become more mobile with every posterior and anterior movement. Yeah, so we go forward and back. 2 more, 1, and then last one, and then 2. So this will be our home position. So when we're in our neutral, this is where we will remain when we're doing our standing work with our weights. And we'll also find a neutral onto the floor. Place your hands at the side of your ribs, close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Right? Or you can choose to come out through the nose if you're not all blocked up. Yeah? So nice nasal breathing in and out. Allowing the breath to calm our mind. We boost our immunity with our breathing because we calm the system down. So we calm down all that stress and worry, which doesn't help when it comes to boosting our immunity. The breath can really help. So inhale and make your exhalation a little bit longer than your inhalation. And again, so inhale and then exhalation a little bit longer. And just gently open your eyes, taking your arms up. We inhale, exhale down, and again, one more. Up we go, inhale, exhale down. Let's sweep the right leg up, and then the left arm, and then the other side. And again, so I'm going to lift and lower. Okay, I'm going to take the legs out nice and wide. And I'm going to come out into the corner with both arms and sweep away. Yeah, so it's like I'm sweeping away on the right side and then on the left side. Okay, and again, so sweep and sweep. This is your last one. And sweep. Now take the right arm across the body and then the left arm across. Yeah. So bringing it around in a horizontal internal rotation as we come around. Inhale, exhale. Okay, 2 more. 1 and 2. Lovely. Circle around 1 and 2, and then both together. So go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and again, so sweep around 1 and 2, 2 more, inhale, exhale, and last time, inhale, exhale, lovely. And then from there, just place your hands onto your shoulders, just a little circle, just small circles, that's it. And we're going to take the right arm over and the left arm under, and then the other side. That's it. So we come up and over, and then up and over, and then hands just on top of the shoulders, and we move that then into a shoulder press. That's it. 2 and 3, last time, and 4. Okay, and then lower down. Lovely. Let's just come down into a little sit down. So it's only a very, very small sit down. Yeah, we're not going to call it a squat. Just down we go. Just bending through the knees. It's just to create some mobility through the lower body, but very, very gently to start with. Okay, I'm going to do a toe tap on my right and sweep my arms up to the left. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then take it across, and 2, and 3. Now we've done internal rotation, let's do external rotation. So I'm going to look behind me as I open my door, open my door, and again, so we go round to your right, and then round to your left. We're going to swoop forward, so we're going to bring the arms forward. Inhale, exhale, and again, round we go. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. 1, and again, and 2. Okay, let's take the right arm over the top, and then the left arm over the top, and then 2 more. So I come out, and then out. Lovely. exactly. I'm going to circle down, place the hands down, and tell them to finish a single, single, and then a double. You do one double, and then two. Okay, let's take it the last time through. So toe tap on your right. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Take the right arm across. That's it. 1, 2. So we're doing internal rotation. So let's now do external rotation. But I'm going to add in a little sit down. So you know we did that little sit down, and we're going to go around to the other side. And then we're going to do our sit down. That's it. We're going to come around to your right, and then sit down, and then around to your left, and then sit down. Okay, now I'm going to open the arms. I'm going to bring them forward. Inhale, exhale, and again. Okay, and then taking the right arm over the top, and then the left arm over the top. 2 more. 1, and then 2. Okay, I'm going to lunge forward on my right leg. So I'm going to bring it forward and step in, yeah? Back, forward we go, and back. And again, forward. And then the other side. Now I'm going to do a side lunge to my right, and then a side lunge to my left. Yeah. And again, so I'm going to do a side lunge, and then I'm going to do a posterior lunge. So I'm going to come back 1 and 2, and then I'm going to go into a squat. Now I'm going to push down. So notice my feet, if I'm taking them a little bit wider, are just underneath my knees and my hip bones, and I'm coming down into my squat. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to do a lunge on my right leg and then on my left leg. So I'm going to come forward for 1, and then the other side, and then I'm going to come out into a lat lunge, and then I'm going to come behind, and then the other side, and then I'm going to come into a sit down. Okay, I'm going to do a right lunge, I'm going to do a right side lunge, I'm going to do a right posterior lunge, and then I'm going to do a squat. And then I'm going to do a left, and then to the side, and then behind, and then into a squat. I'm going to take my arms up all the way to the top, and then I'm going to bring them down in front of me, and I'm going to roll all the way down. And I'm going to come down all the way down to the floor, and then from there I'm going to inhale, exhale, and I'm going to roll it back up. And as I roll it back up, I take my arms up. As I lower them, I bring the right knee up and then the left arm forward. And then to the other side. Yeah, and again. So lift. I'm going to do a little add-on. Okay, so I'm going to take my arms up, and then I'm going to roll down. Okay, so I'm going to do my roll down. Okay, and then I'm going to inhale, exhale. So that as I come down, I back up again. I'm coming up. I'm going to lift the arms. I'm going to lower them to the side of me, and now I'm going to do a side bend. So I'm going to come down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to lift the right knee and the left arm, and now I'm going to come into a squat. So I've added on, yeah? So I'm going to come up, and then into a squat, yeah? And again, so lift, and squat down. One more time, lift, and squat down. Okay, let's add on again. So inhale, bring your hands down in front of you, roll down. Okay, so we're going to roll all the way down towards the floor. And then you're going to come back up, inhale, exhale. That's it. Shoulders back and down, inhale, exhale down and into a side bend. 1, and 2, and then 3, and then 4. Let's take the right knee up and then the left arm and then into your squat. Yeah, and then the other side. 1, and then 2 more, and I'm going to do another add-on. Yeah, down we go, one more time, and then down we go. Okay, I'm going to add on, so I'm going to take the arms up, I'm going to open the chest, I'm going to come back in and lower, yeah, and again, so I'm going to come up, squeeze back. Now on my next one, I'm going to hold it open, and I'm going to do a thoracic rotation. So let's make this nice and fluid. So I'm going to come around, inhale, exhale, and then the other side, inhale, exhale. That's it, so round, inhale, exhale, and then inhale, exhale, and round. Bring your hands together and lower, lunge forward right, and lunge forward on the side, lunge behind, and into a squat, and then onto your left legs. So we come forward to your side, and then we take it back, and then we come into a squat. Okay, let's add it all together. So inhale up, exhale down. We're going to roll all the way down, all the way down. You're going to touch the floor, and touch your feet, and then we roll all the way up. Remember, we stand in our perfect posture, taking your shoulders back and down. We take the arms back up, lengthen the spine, bring the arms down, and then into your side bend. 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, then you're going to bring the right knee up and then the left arm, and then you're going to go into your squat, and then the left arm, sorry, the left leg, and the right arm. Here we go again. So 1, and then 2, and then last one. Remember our little add-on that we did? Okay, so the arms come up into a front raise, you open the chest, then you come back in and down, then you're going to stay open, yeah, stay open, here, and then rotate. Round we go, round we go, that's it, round to the right, and then round to the left. And then bring your hands together and lower, block lunge, bring you 1 to the side, this is your last one, and then take it back into that lovely posterior, and then down, yeah, and the other side. So forward with that big step, then out to your side, and then we take it back, and then we take it into a little more. Open your arms, let's take your legs up nice and wide, open and close. Let's take the right arm across the body and then just turn as you do. Yeah, turn as you do. Out we go. Okay, now bring the hands across and then the thumbs down, palms together. Okay, and then taking that arm across the body for 1 and 2. And 3, and 4. Okay, lower the arms down, circle around right, circle around left, and you should be feeling super warm now. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring your hands into a prayer position, external rotation. So let's just loosen off the torso and the thoracic spine again, as then we sit down, and then the other side. And then we sit down, and then we come out, and then the other side. Then we come round, into the center, down we go, and then lift, round we go, into the center, and then down. Let's lift the arms up, and let's just go into a little lateral flexion. Yeah, 2 more, 1. And 2. Okay, if you just grab your mini ball a moment before we move on to our weights. So let's get used to holding, yeah, in your hands. So you're So in a moment we'll be moving to our weight. So let's take our arms up, and you see my arms are in line with my shoulders. I'm pulling up nice and tall through the neutral spine position. My glutes are strong, and I've got this nice strong connection. I'm feeling strong all the way through. I'm going to take the ball into my right hand, and I'm going to look behind me into that thoracic rotation. I'm going to bring it into the center. I lift it to the top. I come out to your right and out to the left. I'm going to bring it down in front of me, and I'm going to take it in the left hand, and I'm going to open the door. I'm going to take it back up. I'm going to go into a lateral flexion on my left side first, then onto my right, and then I'm going to take it down in front of me. So let's do that again. So I open my door, then I lift up, and I come out to my right and out to my left. I bring the ball down, then I come into my thoracic rotation. I take it back up. That means I go on my left side, and then I go onto my right side. I'm going to bring the ball down in front, so I'm going to halo around. Yeah, I'm going to halo around again. 2. Let's do 2 on the left side. Yeah, so I'm going to do 1 and 2. I'm going to cut this back now to 1 of each. So I'm going to come around 1, and then on the other side I'm going to come around 2. Okay. I'm going to leave the ball where it is here, but as I step out on my right, I'm going to bring the ball across. You see, I'm stepping out on my right, and I bring the ball across, and then the other side. Yeah, so step across, my ball comes into the center. Yeah, so I'm going to come 1 and 2. Now, I'm going to take the ball down to the floor as I come into a curtsy, and I'm going to come the other side, down into a curtsy. Yeah, I'm going to come into the center, I'm going to take the ball in front of me, and I'm going to come into a squat. Yeah, and again, down into a little squat. Okay, so let's put this together. So I do 1, and then the other side 2. I'm going to do my curtsy behind, down. You don't have to come to the floor if you don't want to. And then I'm going to come into my squat into the center. I'm going to do 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay, so let's put these together. So my right leg is going to go over. My right leg is going to go behind. And then I'm going to do 2 squats. 1 and 2. Now my left leg is going to go in front as it comes into the center for rotation. I then come into the curtsy. It comes down to the floor, and then it comes into 2 squats. 1 and 2. Okay, let's put it together. So lift the ball up. Let's open the door. Okay, then take the ball up, and then you do your lateral flexion. Yeah, and then bring the ball down in front. Now I'm going to take it out to my left side. I'm going to take it back up, and then I'm going to go into my lateral flexion. Okay, then I'm going to halo it around on my right, and I'm going to halo around on my left. Okay, and again, I'm going to halo it around, and then round to the other side. So get ready now, as we take the ball, and we come 1, we come down to the floor, 2, and then we come into 2 squats, 3, and 4. We go out to the other side, so we do 1, into your little curtsy, 2, and then into your 2 squats, 3, last one, 4, and we are there. Let's roll down with the ball, roll all the way down, hands on top of the ball, and then just take your right arm up. And then your right arm down, and your left arm up. And then both hands push down into the ball, push away from the ball, and then roll up. Okay, and shoulders back and down. Okay, I'm going to use the hand weights on the floor today, all right? So no standing, let's use them on the floor. So let's take our mats in front of us. So we use the ball for standing, and then the weights on the floor today. Let's spend more time with our weights. We don't normally do that we do more standing. So I just want to change things around for us. Okay, so coming up to the top, standing up nice and tall. Okay, now let's lift up, lengthen, so as tall as you can. Yeah, as tall as you can. And then you're going to roll down. Okay, so we're going to roll it down. You're going to roll down, and then walk your hands away from you into your down dog. All right, now from your down dog, come down onto your knees, walk your hands away, and then push back into your child's pose. Okay, now bring your hands just underneath you, and then just into your little flexion and extension. That's it, just a squeeze off. Okay, now I'm going to come around to the front and staying in this position. Okay, and I'm going to take my right arm away and my left leg behind me, and then I'm going to do that the other side. Okay, and again, I'm going to take my right arm away and then my left leg, and then to the other side. Okay, now I'm going to bring that in, and then my right leg I'm going to take out. I'm going to take my one hand weight, okay, from here, and I'm just going to lift it up into the back pocket. That's it. So I'm just lifting up, squeeze up, and then lower down. Yeah. And again, so I'm squeezing up. So I'm doing a one arm row and pressing down into the side of my foot, into that supination. And then I just come away where I can really feel the stretch as well into my inner thigh. I'm going to do one more. Okay, and then I'm going to take the weight down. I'm going to bring the leg in, and I'm going to sit back into a child's pose. Right, then I'm going to come up. I'm going to take the left leg away. So get the hip feeling nice and secure. Taking my right hand down, and then I bring the weight up just into my little back pocket there. Yeah? So just lift up and lower. Lifting and lowering. Okay, 4 more. 1. And then 2. And 3. Last time. And 4. Okay, I'm going to take the weight down onto the floor. Place that hand in front of me, bring the leg around, and then go into my child pose. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to come into a seated position. We've lowered my camera slightly. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go into a seated position. I don't want the mini ball yet. Alright, so we're going to come up and sit up nice and tall. I'm going to make sure, I'm limited on space, so I'm going to make sure I am going to come back. Yeah, so I'm going to come all the way back. So, from here, I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I've got my weights, you can choose 1 or 2. And I've just got them here in front of me. I'm going to tilt my pelvis. And then I'm going to lift to the top, yeah? Now I'm going to tilt my pelvis, I'm going to hold it there, I'm going to lift up a little and lower. I'm going to lift up a little and lower. And I'm going to lift all the way to the top. Yeah? Okay, do that again. So I come back, hold it there. I lift a little and I lower. I lift a little, so I'm just doing 2, and I lower. And then I come all the way up to the top. Yeah, so there's your rest. So 2 more. So we're going to come down 1. So we lift up a little and then lower. So we inhale up and then exhale down. And then we lift all the way up to the top and come into the seated. Okay. My next one, we're going to come back down. So let's come halfway and hold. I'm going to come up a little and then lower. I'm going to come up a little, and instead of coming all the way back up, I'm going to come all the way back down. I'm going to take the weights overhead, yeah? And then from here, I'm going to bring them over. I'm going to lift my head, neck and shoulders, and I'm going to come back into seated, yeah? So I come back, 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 all the way. Tap down, bring that up and over. Tilt head, neck and shoulders away from the floor, and then coming up to seated. Yeah, and again, so we come down, 2, 3, 4. We take the weights back, we touch down, and then we bring them over. This is your last one. And on my next one, we're going to stay down, and we're going to place the weights on our tummy. All right, so we're going to come down, and then you're going to tap back. Now, instead of lifting the head, neck and shoulders, you're going to bring the weights down on top of your tummy, and then you're going to bring your feet in. So now your knees are bent. Okay, so from there I'm going to tilt my pelvis, and I'm going to lift up and lower down. Yeah, I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to lower down. And again, so squeeze up and lower. And again, so if you've got the weight over you, okay, and again, so lift up and lower. Now on my next one, when I lift up, I'm going to lift up, hold, open the knees, close the knees, and then lower down. I feather down onto the mat, tiny, tiny touch. Then I come back up, I open, I come back in, and then I lower down. Yeah. And again, so I lift up, I open, I bring it back in, and then I lower down. Yeah. And again, so lift, open, back in, and lower down. One more, lift, open, bring that back in and lower down. Okay, come all the way down, and then taking your weights, just take them up away from your tummy and lift them up to the top. I'm going to come into a little skull crush, and then I'm going to lift up. Yeah. Now as I come into my skull crush, you can see I'm bending at the elbows stay in that position and they just lengthen away. Now as I come into a skull crush, I'm going to take my right leg into a tabletop, yeah, and then I'm going to take my left leg into a tabletop, yeah, and again, so as I bring the arms down into a tricep, I take it up into an extension, and I take the legs away, I take the leg back down, so I come, down we go, and through, and then down we go, and through. Yeah, one more. Down we go, and through. Now I'm going to separate the weights. So now my knuckles are facing the ceiling, and I'm going to come down into a little chest press, and then lift to the top. Yeah. So I'm coming down into a chest press, and I'm lifting to the top. That's it. So down we go, and lift. Now as I'm coming into a chest press, let's take the right leg to a tabletop and then down, just as we did in that tricep extension. Yeah. And through. And again. So I come into my tabletop and then I lift to the top and I come into my tabletop and I lift to the top. Now I'm going to leave my arms where they are and I'm going to take the right leg and the left leg to a tabletop. Okay. I'm going to take my weights down into a chest press. I'm going to extend my right leg and then I'm going to come up. Yeah. Now you can always stay in tabletop if you want to. Yeah, you can always stay in your tabletop position. So away and lift and again. So come down, 1 and lift and then 2. I'm going to do one more on the other side and then I'm just going to take the weights to the side of me. Alright, just going to take them in fact, no, I'm not going to take them to the side of me. I'm going to place them together and I'm going to place them behind me. Okay, I'm going to let them go on the floor because I want to open my arms and then I want to come into a knee roll. Yeah, and then the other side. My knee roll it out. Yeah, and again, so I knee roll out to my right side and then I knee roll out to my left. Okay, and 2 more. Out we go to your right. And last one, keeping those legs in tabletop. Now, as I come into the center, I'm going to lift my head, neck and shoulders. And I'm going to take my right knee into my chest and my left leg comes away. I'm going to change. And change. I'm just sort of hugging my shin, yeah, and hug. And bring it in, and out, and out. Bring it in, and in. And out, and out. Okay, let's put them together. Knee roll over. So I'm going to go 1. And then 2, make sure you've got enough room, not like me, don't take any notice of me coming out of tabletop. 3, only that I don't have enough room over there. Oh, nope, there. And then I'm going to lift my head, neck and shoulders, and then I'm going to come into my single leg stretch. That's it. Push away, push away. 3 and 4. Okay, taking your feet down onto the floor and then just come into a little back release. Over to one side and to the other. And then just take the soles of your feet together and then just relax a moment. Go back to your breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just allowing your breath to relax your parasympathetic nervous system so you'll rest and digest. We're just allowing your out breath to be a little bit shorter. Sorry, your out breath to be a little bit longer than your inhalation. Take the mini ball, take your mini ball and just place it just underneath you here, just to get the back, okay, open back to where your arms were, and then back into a tabletop. I'm going to tap down my right leg for 1, I'm going to tap it a little bit further away 2, I'm going to extend it 3 and bring it back 4. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do an external little knee drop open. Yeah. Do you remember when we were standing? We did a front lunge forward. We did the posterior lunge, and then we did a squat. Okay. So now let's do a curtsy under. So that's like our posterior curtsy, isn't it? There we go. So notice I'm just pressing the side of my foot down. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. And then from there, I'm going to do a little tap down both feet. Now you can always do one if you want to. And then down. Okay. Let's do it. So we're going to do a knee drop open. Then the right leg is going to do the curtsy. And the 2 squats, we're going to do 1. And again. And 2. Then the left leg will go on a knee drop. It's going to tuck underneath and go into your curtsy. And then it's going to go into your 2 squats. And I'm going to use those as my tabletop tap down. Okay. Then I'm going to take the right leg on a travel. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, extend, feel that iliopsoas extending that we know as the hip flexor, the muscle that crosses from the pelvis, the lumbar, across the hip into the femur. And this is the muscle that's important for stabilizing our hip and stabilizing our lumbar. Yeah, so very important muscle to keep this nice and strong, and also to keep it supple too. So I'm going to get a nice stretch in that now into the hip flexor. So place the right foot down, the left foot down, tip away from your ball and stay here into a high hip bridge. Take your ball away from you, and there's your iliopsoas. You should feel the stretch. Yeah, so it's going from pelvis, the lumbar, crossing down over the hip into the lesser trochanter, which is the top of the femur, just on the inside. They're responsible for our walking gait, yeah. They're responsible for our sitting position, and it supports our lumbar spine. A very, very important muscle, and that's what you feel when we're doing all those tabletop tap downs. That's what you're feeling, is that ache here. That's what we know as the hip flexor. In this anatomy physiology, your iliopsoas. And again, one more. Out to your right, and then out to your left. Taking your knees into your chest and relax. Okay, and lift your head, your neck and shoulders, lift up, bring it around, coming onto all fours, and there we go. I'm going to thread the needle just to stretch out the shoulders, so I'm going to thread down and lift up. And again, so I'm going to thread it down and lift away. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 onto the other side. I'm going to drop the shoulder and lift up. And again, dropping through and lift up. Place the hand down, tuck the toes under, push the hips high, to your downward dog, and then just do a little pedal push. Then both heels down onto the ground. Bend at the knees. Just walk in before you come up. Just take your hands just behind you, just to feel your hamstrings. Sweep away with your hands and roll up. Go. We come all the way up to the top. Place your hands together, open your door, and then give me a bow and arrow. Open your door, and then a bow and arrow. Okay, open your arms, bring them forward, 1 and 2. Okay, take your right knee up and your left arm, and then to the other side. And then just sweep the arms forward. Okay, one more time.